What do we know about Dynasty mode so far for College Football 26? Let's talk about it. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Welcome back into CFB, where you can see all kinds of College Football 25 and now College Football 26 news and gameplay content here on the channel. If you're a fan of the College Football video game, be sure to hit the subscribe button and not only stay up to date on the news for College Football 26, but get nice gameplay content once it comes around, Dynasty series, gameplay tips, all that good stuff you can find here on the channel. So hit that subscribe button if you play the game, and be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Help us out with that YouTube algorithm. Throw your thoughts in the comments. Let us know how you're feeling about this little preview of the Dynasty news for College Football 26, courtesy of Robbie Kalland over at CBS Sports, who played the game. Let's dive into what he had to say about Dynasty. All right, so from Robbie Kalland at CBS, says Dynasty was the mode he spent the most time in during his chance to play the game a little bit early, an early version of the game, of course, as they're still, I'm sure, working on it up to the official release date, as did most folks who played the game. And for the most part, they kept the key elements the same, which is a positive in my eyes. Their main focus on Dynasty this year seemed to be improving the user experience and providing more customization options so you get a deeper experience, which is nice. Here we get to some recruiting updates. The big updates for recruiting were the changes to the presentation of the board, most noticeably team needs being at the top of the board instead of a separate page that you have to toggle in and out of. That's a huge improvement. So just kind of, ease of life, improvements here for Dynasty, quality of life stuff as we play the game. This will make us want to play the games more, play them longer. There's also more information in the main recruiting board screen, like where a prospect is in the process, top 8, top 5, etc., and a red dot when they're ready for a visit, and green and red flags for when you've moved up or down on their list. I like those little additions. I really like the red dot when they're ready for a visit, because I hated having to scroll all the way through to get to that tab as well. All of it allows you to see more information without having to go in and out of each recruit's name and toggle through various screens. Nice addition there to the recruiting menu, it sounds like. The other big change for recruiting is the time it costs for scheduling visits is now no longer 40 hours for every recruit, but instead varies based on their proximity to your school and your pipelines. Oh, okay, so this is what they meant when they talked about location-based visits when we broke down that welcome blog. I really like this. It says this allows small schools with fewer recruiting hours to more easily recruit local prospects because a kid in your backyard only costs 10 or 15 hours instead of 40. Oh, it's interesting. I like that addition. That maybe will help you be able to keep up in recruiting if you're starting off with those one-star rebuilds. You can recruit your local talent. That's really nice, and not cost you as much for visits and such, and be easier to land those guys based on pipelines, interest, and now easier location-based visits as well. I like that. And of course, one of the biggest additions that we talked about in that welcome blog is Trophy Room being back, including rivalry trophies, bowl trophies, and the real awards being back in the game. That's nice. Doak Walker Award instead of best running back. So we got the real awards back in, something that was missing from College Football 25. Another element that makes the game feel more real. Another interesting thing, of course, is going to be the coaching carousel with the real coaches in the game. He says not only are most of the 136 head coaches in the game, but a lot of real coordinators as well. Not only they all have attributes, of course, of 2 traits and coaching levels, which now go above 50. So that's interesting. They've raised the threshold there. They're fun to parse through, and you can choose to start your career as one of those coaches and pick up all their skills from the jump, or of course you can create one just like you could in previous years. So it's also funny seeing things like in the staff moves in the offseason, seeing Dabo going to the NFL, which happened at the end of his first Dynasty playthrough. Then he says, from a customization standpoint, some things that didn't quite make it into last year's game that they wanted to add but couldn't get functioning properly in time for launch are in, which are some formation subs, protected rivalry games for custom conferences, and being able to sim to any week of the season, which is great news. Love having formation subs in. Still need to be able to set a custom playbook as my scheme in Dynasty mode and online Dynasty mode, or else I'm not going to be able to use the formation subs because I'm a custom playbook guy. Used to be able to do it on the past gen, could do it on NCAA Football 14. Believe you can't do it on Madden. No, you couldn't do it on College Football 25. Allow us to be able to set our custom playbooks as our scheme in Dynasty so we can use these formation subs right. It's all I ask. Hopefully scheduling is going to work better, it sounds like. But in general, players are given more tools to customize the experience across the board, which is nice. And here's the other really interesting part that I thought was in this article from Robbie Kalland, who did a great job talking about some of these game modes. He says there's a change to wear and tear to expand it from a single game thing to an element that carries with players over the course of a full season and over their careers. That's interesting. It makes managing player usage even more challenging, but if you're getting fed up with injuries happening too often, you can customize wear and tear impacts for various hit types with sliders. So there's sliders with wear and tear, which is something that we knew of, but I didn't know about it, making it more of a long-term thing versus just a single game thing, which is going to be interesting for Dynasty mode, right? I love that. I always love additions for Dynasty here, like we're talking about in this video. Overall, it feels a lot like last year with just a bit more going on and a better user interface, which hey, I'm cool with that. I liked a lot of the things of Dynasty mode. To me, that's all they needed to do was clean up some of the bugs, the scheduling and such, give us formation subs, the ability to set a custom playbook as our scheme, and of course, better user interfaces, which seems like they've done all that quality of life stuff, which is great. And he says it's a win because he enjoyed Dynasty mode in 25 and be ready to sink some more hours into this one, as will I. So that's what we know about Dynasty mode thus far. We're going to learn a lot more about it in the coming weeks with the deep dive blogs coming, and we'll continue to cover them here on JCCFB. Should be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're a fan of college football video games. So you can tell I'm excited about that Dynasty news, but that's just my thoughts. Would love to hear yours. Drop them in the comments down below. How do you feel about what we know thus far about Dynasty mode for college football 26 until we learn more in the coming weeks? It's just a little tease for us, a little appetizer, but hey, at least it's something, and I like what we're hearing so far about this game. Getting really excited for it. If you are as well, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button before you head out. Help us out with that YouTube algorithm. Help us find more fans of the college football video game so we can continue to create this community where we can all come and talk about it and have some fun playing it as well. Always enjoy chatting with you guys, which I'll continue to do live streams to cover those deep dive blogs. But throw your thoughts in the comments, how you're feeling. Really appreciate those interactions, just like I appreciate you tuning into this one, and I will catch you on the next one.